Hello, it's Ashton Lewis.
And I'm Daphne Lynn.
And you are listening to the
NDE World Podcast.
Welcome to the NDE World Podcast. I am your host, Ashton Lewis. In the studio with me, my lovely hostess, Miss Daphne Lynn. Hello, Miss Daphne Lynn. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, baby. Thank you for asking. As always, so looking forward to today's topic of conversation. Yeah. Ooh, I'm not even going to spoil it and tell anybody what it is just yet. Let's just hold on just a second. We'll get to it. So
sit basking. What is it?
Yes. It's some really good stuff, guys, and we're just scratching the surface. This particular episode's going, it's going to go on for a while. The series, should I say? So we're just scratching the surface, and we're going to make sure by the time we get to the other side, we all, hopefully have an idea of what's going on. So as long as we're learning and growing and putting forth the effort, and everybody's striving and trying to do better, and not even trying, just do it. Just work at doing the best you can do and being the best you can be.
That's right.
That's really what it all comes down to. There's enough destruction, in the world already. You don't have to contribute.
Nope.
Just be good. Well, go to the website, guys, NDE.world, for more information on who we are and what we do. And that's all kind of cool stuff over there. And we always like to put a plug in, but we've got tons of episodes on all kind of different topics. And also the Facebook group. I'd like to put a plug in for that. You guys could join the Facebook group and interact, and we'd be glad to answer any question you guys got, or maybe somebody on our, team can, be glad to answer any questions for you, because we do have a lot of people with experience there. So
yeah, a lot of our guests are our members as well in the group. So.
Actual NDEers, yeah.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, it's awesome. Beautiful people. Beautiful
Beautiful
Some
souls.
of the most beautiful souls you'll ever meet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So full of love. It just overflows. You feel their energy when you talk to them.
Yes, absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and jump right into this. We are going to be covering Chapter 10 in the It's All About UDO book, Universal Divine Oneness, and it can be found on the website in the bookstore, Universal Divine Oneness, NDE.world. But today's topic is reconnecting with the divine source and achieving oneness.
Ooh, reclaiming your power that we've talked about. Connecting with the divine.
Yeah. So this is, and what I like about this book, this is a really good introductory book, because it kind of gives you an overview of everything,
Right.
all of what it concerns, or what it takes to be able to get on this trail, this path, should I say. And, the key is to really get a grasp of it, and the secret is to putting it into practice.
That's right. Put it into practice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Start working the system.
Absolutely. Now, there's a couple of things that Daphne had brought to my attention earlier. There are a few universal laws that we can really apply to this as we really set the stage, okay? Our objective in the UDO series, okay, really it's a UDO life, is that universal divine oneness, and connecting back with that and achieving that, that oneness. Let's kind of take a look at what exactly is that, divine oneness. What is the law, actually the universal law of divine oneness, if you don't mind. Daphne, maybe you could share that with the listeners, and we'll set the stage on that, and maybe also the law of clarity too, because a lot of people find it challenging to really get clear on things, so it's important to get really clear on this and really, focus on it and really break things down, in a manner that you can actually apply it, in your life and make those changes.
The law of divine oneness is indeed considered the cornerstone of many spiritual and philosophical teachings. To apply the law of divine oneness in your life, you can start by cultivating awareness of your interconnectedness with others and the world around you. Practice empathy, compassion, and mindfulness in your interactions, and strive to make choices that honor the unity of all life. By embracing the oneness of the universe, you can cultivate greater harmony, understanding, and a well-being in your life, and contribute to the collective evolution of consciousness.
Wow.
Yes.
There's so much just in that alone, Daphne, really getting a grasp of it.
We covered some of the virtues in this.
I know. And I like how they've incorporated empathy as well, because empathy should be right up there with love. Love,
most
empathy,
definitely.
compassion, humility, mindfulness. But I like how it says, guys, and this is what happened to me when I started doing this. And trust me, I am just now scratching the surface on the deep, deep level. This stuff is really deep. But like it says, develop a self-awareness of the interconnectedness. In other words, that we are all connected. Start developing, that sense, being aware of it, instead of looking at everybody's out there or over there or me and you. Just look at it like, wow, that's actually God expressing itself in that person. Wow, that's God in that person.
Exactly.
That's God in that person.
Start seeing
You
it.
have to see the divine. If you want the divine in yourself, you're going to have to see it in everybody.
Exactly. An example that you can do, it's something that I've started incorporating into my daily routine, is if you get up before daylight, get you a chair or go outside and sit under the stars and connect with
Anytime,
the stars,
yeah.
and just really meditate, focus on it, really deep thought. I am that. That is me. I am everything
All
that
of
I
us.
see.
Yeah. Like that. And it's a little rhyme, too. Should be easy to remember. Say that again.
I don't even know what all I said. It just came out that way.
I
So
like that.
I am that. That is me. I am everything
All of
that I
us.
see.
Yeah. Well,
You know how sometimes Spirit speaks through you and you really don't know what you said? That was one of those times,
well,
I
good
guess.
thing for you, Daphne, we've got it on tape.
Yes.
At least digital recording. I don't know if anybody even records with tape these days, but we've got it recorded, so we'll go back and
Yeah,
that'll be like a little
literally
mantra, No, it made sense. I like how you said that, because you're looking at everything and you look at the all that can be and realize that, hey, this is also me. You are a part of all this.
Right, yeah.
All of us, So that's what it takes, guys. It takes that awareness. And like Daphne says, she's practicing that awareness. When you deliberately start looking at things that you are a part of all of this. You are alive. There's life in you, which is divine, which means there's, what we call God. Life is in everything and all things, that source, the all. We are one. And that's the objective of this course, or this lifestyle, this series, or whatever you want to call it, these episodes, podcast, is to, bring it to people's awareness so they can start focusing on, wow, we really are all in this together,
Right,
and
yeah.
start applying and making changes in your own life.
Right, yeah. And when I do this, I'm literally getting in a little bit of grounding, because I'm going out barefooted and sitting with my feet on mother and just connecting and just, saying little mantras to myself and connecting with that divine. And when you first wake up, as you know, you're still more
That's a good time to go, though.
in tune with that higher
You're close
self.
to it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it really is something that I'm enjoying doing, and I'm sure you guys would enjoy it too.
Absolutely. And guys, let me give you guys a secret. This is ancient esoteric
What's your
secrets,
wisdom?
And I'm just going to share it with you, like it is, just for you to really think about it, meditate on it. What this is all about is understanding that the world of sleep, the world of dreams, the world of spirituality, all these things, all go together in a sense. And when you understand that, you can go and visit the spirit realm every single night when you close your eyes. When you lay down, your body naturally and your brain, everything naturally goes into what? A very deep, relaxed state. It goes into an altered state. And when the body is in that total relaxed state, the spirit can go do what it needs to do. What you're doing in real life is you're trying to replicate those levels of sleep, okay? And that's where meditation comes in. That's where hypnosis comes in. That's where any kind of mind work where you can sit down, okay? Calm the body like as if you were laying down going to sleep, okay? That's the key. Is you're trying to recreate a natural sleep mindset, I guess you could say, sleep state, and you're deliberately recreating or creating that in your waking state. Now, if you can get good at even like lucid dreaming and things like that, that's really good. But like you said earlier, the best time to do stuff like that, right as soon as you wake up. Because you're still in that dream state. And if you do it right, there's practices where you can stay connected in that state and be aware of it. And you can juggle between the astral plane, where you have your dreams and sleep and all, and, this realm. Just saying, just something to think about. That's what it's all about. All of this, all of it. The meditations, the mindsets, the hypnosis, the prayers, the getting to that, all you're doing is recreating sleep. Recreating a sleep state. That's all it is.
That level of the, I don't even know what, I think it's theta.
Yeah. Now, theta is the best for meditating. One of the ones that I feel, for meditating, hypnosis, and, deep thinking like that. But it'll go down. You can even go down into the delta. Yeah.
The one deepest before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's the state you want to get at.
Yeah. And you can deliberately get into that. And that's what hypnosis is. That's what, meditation is. That's all it is. Is you are getting that body into a very relaxed state as if you were sleeping. And once the body is relaxed, guess what? You're back in spirit. The spirit can do what it wants to do, and you can control it.
Right.
And go, anywhere you want to go.
Yes.
Let's look at this. Okay. Reconnecting with the divine source and achieving this oneness. And thank you, by the way, for sharing that with us, Daphne.
Yeah, you're welcome. Did you want to do the clarity one?
Let's go ahead and do clarity, so we can, just be sure that you've got to be clear on what we're doing here. Yeah.
Clear intentions, clear decisive actions in your life.
Yeah, and this is a law as well, so keep that in mind.
The universal law of clarity underscores the importance of clarity in thought, intention, and communication. It suggests that clarity brings about the sense of understanding, direction, and purpose, enabling individuals to make informed decisions and take meaningful action. This principle highlights the significance of seeking clarity in all aspects of life to cultivate a sense of focus, confidence, and alignment with one's goals and aspirations.
Yeah, it all ties together. It does. It's all about the mind.
It really does. And throughout all of these, if you have the Universal Laws book, you'll see that each one of them really does weave through the other. I mean,
they do.
Reading like the Law of Clarity, it's in the steps in it. It talks about your intentions, your goals. I mean, mindfulness, understanding. They're all interconnected, just as we are all interconnected with everything else.
Nice. Yeah. I like how you said that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So let's do this. It says here, Introduction to Reconnecting with the Divine Source. That's our objective, UDO. Okay, becoming one. Back to that oneness and being one with all. Reconnecting with the Divine Source is at the heart of spiritual awakening and achieving universal divine oneness. It involves rediscovering our intrinsic connection to the divine and aligning our lives with nature and universal laws.
Ding, 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 ding.
There you go, guys. Let me read that again, because
Yes,
it's so
please do.
important. How do you get to divine oneness, guys? It says like here, it says you have to rediscover your connection to the divine. Okay,
Yes.
It's already there. It's in all of us. It's the God within.
Yep.
Okay, so you have to be aware of that and rediscover that. Okay, and like it says here, I love this. Align your life, all of our lives, with nature. Okay, was what we call God. Okay, or source, and universal laws.
And we've been incorporating them in.
Yes. So keep that in mind. Now, this chapter explores the process of reconnecting with the divine source. I love this. The benefits of achieving Christ consciousness and the transformative effects of living a spiritually aligned life. Wow. I love this. This is exciting. Okay, let's jump into it. Number one, understanding the divine source. Now, let's look at the nature of the divine source. The divine source represents the ultimate reality, the fundamental essence from which all existence emanates. It is often described as the source of all creation, love, and consciousness. In various spiritual traditions, this divine source is referred to by different names and titles, such as God, the All, the Universe, Source Energy, the Absolute, and on and on.
I was going to throw in there the divine essence because it's just beautiful. I really like that term instead of giving it like the traditional God. I mean, just call it what you want as long as you're connecting with it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Everybody has, calls it different things, but here's the challenge that you're going to have with the words that's already in use, because the word God, to me, is one of the worst words to use to describe the all, to describe the source, because it gets you mixed up with, with man-made idols and man-made what we call deities or gods. You see, when you think of God, most people think of something or someone way out there that's away from all of us. So the word God, to me, is, that's why I always say when you want to talk about spiritual things with somebody, set the stage and find out what is your definition of God, and then you tell them what your definition of God is. You see, ask them what theirs is, tell them what yours is. Make sure you guys are on the same page. You see, because
the law of communication.
Yeah, like it says here, I love this. It represents this here. What we're talking about, what divine source is. Yes. It is the ultimate reality. It is the all. Okay, that's so. That to me, ultimate reality is different than something that you worship, a person or a god or a deity.
Right.
You see that? So I like more of the, like we said, the universe, the source energy, divine essence, like you said, the absolute, the all. God can be used, but if it works, fine. Like Daphne said, if it works,
Right. Whatever works for you in connecting with that higher divine source. And I love the way this paragraph brings it out. It says, this is the source of all creation, love, and consciousness.
Yeah, think about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. Look at this. Universal oneness. At its core, the divine source embodies universal oneness. The understanding that all of creation is interconnected and interdependent. Recognizing this oneness means acknowledging that we are not separate from the divine, but an integral part of it.
Yes.
This awareness, okay, keep that in mind. Remember the law of self-awareness, or the law of awareness, should I say? But anyway, this awareness helps dissolve the illusion of separateness and fosters a deeper connection to the divine.
Yes, and when you can really connect with this and really take it into your being, it gives you a sense of purpose, of peace, of love, of being accepted as you are. It releases the fears that many of the religions have forced on the masses.
Mind control.
Yeah, so just realizing that we are an integral part of that divine essence.
Yeah.
It's so enlightening. It's so uplifting.
I like how you said that, Daphne, because it just made me think, and I just want to throw it out there. A while ago, we were mentioning about the word God, how that even, you got to be careful with it because it describes so many different things, whereas that divine essence or that all or that source, if you go up to somebody and tell them, you are God, well, guess what? Sometimes, depending on their indoctrination,
the level.
They might
might
call you the devil or think you're blasphemy. How could you dare say that? Well, their ideology or their ideas of God is something separate from them way out there. Whereas, what if I come up to you and say, you know what? You are divine essence. Does that make sense? Is that easier to swallow than saying you are God? I mean, just see how the words play a part in it?
Oh, most definitely. And we scream blasphemy at saying we are connected, we are part of the divine, that we are that.
Blasphemy is actually the opposite, the separate not knowing and that you are, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But I was going to say is, we scream blasphemy at that, but yet we will not identify with God, but we identify with the devil. Oh, I'm doing this, and doing all these negative things that are supposed to be of the devil, but you'll identify with that, but you won't identify with God. How blasphemous is that?
Yeah, that exactly. That's the true blasphemy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You identifying as self, as separate, as
The
ego,
ego,
as the devil inside,
Right. So start identifying with that divine essence, that pure higher consciousness, that pure love that we are a part of.
Yeah. Really work on that self-awareness, the divine awareness, the mindfulness, and all, so.
When we can identify with that divine essence, it helps dissolve the illusion of separateness from it and everything else. It fosters a deep connection to that divine essence.
Yeah, think about that, because we all live in ego. We all live in that altered state of, us and them, and me and you, and nobody looks at each other as all one. That's what I said earlier, and it takes work. It takes practice. It's daily, and the deeper you get into this,
it really is a daily thing. Because as you know, I work out in the public. I work outside the home, so I am around people a lot. So
all kind of
every time
energies.
I see somebody, I try to say, okay, that person is God. I'm that person. We are connected.
Yep.
Because each one of us are divine individuations of that great energy source.
That's right. That divine oneness.
Yes. So
Or the all, yeah.
every one of us are God. We are that
Right.
divine essence, that spark of the divine.
Right.
Children of God, if you want to call it that.
And your objective is to realize that, remember that, and get back to that highest form of consciousness within you, would be that Christ consciousness or that God consciousness,
Right. We got to get rid of the illusion of separateness.
Yeah. Speaking of Christ consciousness, that's actually the actual subheading for the next section. Let's jump into this. Now, there are videos online. In fact, I saw one yesterday. I did not comment on it because the guy believes in what he's doing. And he's got a whole bunch of followers, and they're all following and commenting, and it's a Jesus thing. I'm not going to lie. But the video was titled, "What is Christ consciousness, and how do you obtain it?" Well, I'm drawn to this kind of stuff because I watch this stuff, every chance I get when I do watch videos and things. So anything to help grow consciousness, So anyway. And I'm like, let me click on it. And they got this guy, he's, kind of sitting down by a rock with his little pet dog. And he said that Christ consciousness is living like Jesus. Anything that Jesus did, and it means to do what he did, walk in the path that Jesus did.
Right.
And
following the example, yeah.
Yeah. And that's not right. That is incorrect. In fact, I wanted to comment.
It's a step in the process.
I was going to say that's 1,000%, misleading. That is so misleading because, Yeshua was a person who obtained Christ consciousness. Okay. Not that, Christ is Jesus and you got to, Christ consciousness is walking in the way that Jesus walked. No. Yes, use it as an example, as an archetype, but that's not what Christ consciousness is. That's what we're calling it.
It's a deeper level, yeah.
It's way bigger than him, you see. He was able to tap into it. So that's the point. This video was showing and telling everybody what Christ consciousness is. You have to have the mindset of Jesus, okay? And you have to do things the way Jesus did, and you have to live by the example that Jesus said, blah, blah, blah. That's what Christ consciousness is. That's incorrect, guys, and I didn't want to go on and tell him that, no, that's not what that is. Now, the truth is that Yeshua, like so many others, was able to tap into Christ consciousness, which means it's something totally separate from him, okay? Every single person who is enlightened and taps into that is naturally, empathic or loving and kind and compassionate. That's just the way it is. So, according to the scriptures, yes, Jesus lived like that, but I just want to put that out there. A lot of people hear that when they hear Christ consciousness, they think it's Jesus and being like Jesus and living like Jesus. No, that's not what that means. Christ consciousness is just what we refer to as that universal consciousness. It's the highest form of light energy and the highest vibration that you can obtain. You know, and Yeshua was able to obtain Christ consciousness, you know. So, but I found that kind of misleading, you know, that the video is saying that that's what it is, to have the mindset like Jesus did and to live like him. Although he's correct in that regard, but that's not explaining what Christ consciousness is.
It's a step
if that makes any sense.
in the process.
Correct. Yeah. Use Jesus as an archetype. Absolutely. I mean, I can't personally, well, I can think of maybe a half a dozen, but I can't think of really a whole lot of great examples that I would even recommend, you know, to follow that example. By all means, yes, follow the example, walk the walk, okay? Don't say, oh, I love Jesus, I believe in Jesus, oh, I'm even a Christian, I'm saved, I'm all this, and you're out doing things that's harming others. You're doing things that's harming yourself. It's an illusion. You're a hypocrite, okay? You are just making excuses for something that, you know.
You're living in the ego instead of in that truly awakened state.
You're not enlightened. You're not in the divine oneness. Now, what we're wanting to do is get people out of that religious mindset and state and go within yourself and get your act together and your life together within yourself and be this person like these greats taught us to be, like Jesus and all, you know?
Yeah. So. When you begin to awaken, you do start to live a life of more unconditional love, more compassion, and your spiritual wisdom takes on a whole nother level.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And that is parts of that Christ consciousness.
Yeah. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to add to that. It made me think that, you know, it's being aware. When we talk about that awareness,
right?
That's what it is. It's an awareness, and these people who have mastered this type of consciousness was aware. You know, like I said, it's not living the way Jesus lived. It's having an awareness that Jesus had of what Christ's consciousness is.
Right. You know, the way the next subheading brings it out is,
let's go ahead and bring it out. Yeah.
That, you know, the consciousness and that Christ consciousness involves transcending the ego, which is what we've been talking about throughout this series that we've been doing, and also embracing that divine essence and divine nature, that we're all interconnected.
That's right. Well, let me go ahead and read this then. It says that Christ consciousness, okay, is a state of awareness that embodies the qualities of unconditional love, empathy, compassion, spiritual wisdom, etc. It represents a higher level of consciousness aligned with divine principles and universal truths. That, my dear brothers and sisters, is what Christ consciousness is. Achieving Christ consciousness involves transcending the ego and embracing the essence of our divine nature.
Yeah, and you know, there's a process in reconnecting with it. And it starts with self-awareness and reflection.
Never underestimate the power of self-discipline, self-responsibility, self-awareness. What does all this stuff say, guys? It starts with you. It's not external. It's not out there.
Exactly.
It starts with you. You can't get away from that. You're going to have to master your own
The kingdom
way.
is within.
Yeah. So, what about the process of reconnecting? Now, like Daphne said, we've got self-awareness and reflection. Let's cover that. Reconnecting with the divine source begins with deep self-awareness and reflection. Understanding our true nature and inner essence is crucial for aligning with the divine. This process involves examining our own beliefs, values, and experiences to uncover the underlying truth of our existence.
Yes.
I like that. I like that. So keep that in mind. Part of this UDO, Daphne, the process, like it says here, of this uncovering this nature and finding our true nature, it involves what? Examining our own beliefs, examining our own values and our own experiences. So Think about this, like in those meditative states, when you're in a really good, relaxed state, mind's clear, and you can really focus, that'd be the perfect time to meditate on your beliefs. Well, what about this one? Is this belief good for me? Where did it come from? You know what? I don't really
Why
need
do
it.
I believe what
Why do
I
I believe
believe?
that? Yeah, where did it come from? Is it serving me? Is it harming me? Get rid of it. What about
Right.
this next belief? That's a good belief. I like that. It makes me strong. It makes me a better person to the whole, a better person to society, whatever. I'm going to hold on to that, put it into the good pile, whatever. But the best time to focus on your beliefs, your values, and experiences is when you are in that meditative state.
Mm-hmm. Self-reflection.
Self-reflection. Self-awareness.
That's right.
Yeah. So here's some steps, guys, for this particular part. Number one, engage in regular self-reflection and introspection, okay, which pretty much are the same thing. Number two, explore your beliefs and values in relation to the divine. I like that. No, did you get that? Explore them in relation to the divine. In other words, when you are focusing or meditating on your beliefs and asking where they came from, or are they good, or, do they serve? Well, even better, are they in harmony with the divine? How do they relate to the one? That's a good thing to focus on as well.
Exactly.
I like that. Number three, reflect on moments of connection or disconnection from your spiritual essence. And four, seek guidance through meditation, prayer, or spiritual study. Miss Daphne.
Right. Seeking that guidance through the meditation, prayer, or spiritual study, it really just brings to mind that you're connecting with that divine essence. You're connecting with your higher self when you go into prayer or meditation. There are your guides, your guardians, your ancestors, all that we all connect with on that other side that can guide and help us along our way. And so many of our NDEers that we've had on as guests have said that, these beings cannot assist us and help us unless it is life-saving. Yeah, that's the only time that they can step in without being asked, is in a life-saving moment. So I like the way this brings it out. Seek that guidance.
Very good, very good. I like how you said that. A lot of people don't really think about that, and
a lot of people have been taught that it's wrong.
Absolutely, and I also think it ties in with the law of non-interference. That even the all the higher beings,
everything
they all
is
respect
under
that.
the universal laws.
Absolutely, and I'm so glad you said that, because look what our next section is.
Alignment with those universal laws. Think about that. The segues, they're working perfectly this morning.
That's right. It's all working perfect. So let's take a look at this next section. I love this. Alignment with universal laws. Living in harmony with universal laws involves understanding and integrating principles such as the law of attraction, the law of karma, the law of oneness, divine oneness. We covered that one earlier. These laws govern our interactions with the world and influence our spiritual growth.
I'm glad we're covering this because, so many of us out there, and I mean, I've been one that I'm like, I had no clue what a universal law was. I know man-made laws, some of them, but I mean, even from county to county, state to state, those laws change. That's not universal. These universal laws is the same no matter where we are on the plane, no matter where we are in the universe, what dimension we're from. All are universal laws that all sentient beings and light beings all are under.
You can't get away from it.
And if you want to know what some of these are, go get the book, Universal Divine Laws.
Yeah, it's $10. It's like over 300 laws, that's what we're reading from.
Yeah, we've been incorporating just a few in, but in the book, I mean, it literally gives you a title, a subheading, action steps, practice steps, and then what you will benefit from putting these steps into practice. Each one of these laws, over 300.
It's actually, the book is called 300 Universal Laws.
Well, there you go. 300 universal laws that every being, human being, animal, all creation is under.
Yeah.
The book, it brings out it so beautifully. When we are all living in harmony with this and connecting with that divine, how beautiful the world can truly be.
That's right. That's right. And there are a lot of spiritual practices out there in groups that are in harmony with a lot of these laws. Say for example, Hermeticism, their foundational belief system is based on, the universal laws. So like the law of mind, the law of cause and effect, the law of rhythm, the law of vibration, the law of gender, the law of polarity, all of those, So, yeah, and like I said, the law of cause and effect is the same thing that Jesus or Yeshua taught in the Bible as
reap what you sow.
As reaping and sowing. It's that universal law. You see, these masters were in harmony with the universal laws. That's why they were masters. They were in harmony with nature, the natural world. That's why they were able to have this ability that they had. Let's look at some practice steps on the alignment with these actual laws. Now, it says, number 1, study and reflect on universal laws and their implications for your life. Guys, NDE WORLD, go to the bookstore, 300 universal laws. It's like $10. Download it, get it, and that way you guys can read along with us. It's life-changing. I mean, it covers all of these laws, like Daphne said, how to apply them in your lives, practical steps and things like that, and benefits and all. So,
I love it. I really do.
So that would be a good way to do that. So study and reflect on those laws. Number 2, align your thoughts, actions, and intentions with these laws. Number 3, observe the effects of living in harmony with universal principles. 4, make adjustments to your behavior and mindset as needed to maintain alignment.
Number 4.
I like
Let's
that.
say that one again.
Make adjustments. Go ahead. You can read it. Go ahead.
Make adjustments to your behavior and your mindset
Yeah.
as needed to maintain that divine alignment.
And maintain is the word I want to make a comment on. Maintain is an ongoing.
Exactly.
It's not like, boom, okay, I'm done. I'm good. I'm covered. I'm safe. No, it's not.
No.
You have to maintain alignment, which means every day of your life, you're going to have to work towards staying in balance, keeping in alignment with the universal laws and the one,
Right, yeah.
So when you are living in harmony with these laws, the universal laws, and practicing those and applying them in your lives, you are raising your vibration and working in harmony with what we call the one, the all, the source, universe.
You are segueing over, and it's like the Spirit's just guiding this morning, because you're talking about being in harmony with everything, and that's the next subheading.
Oh, wow, it is. Well, then let's move on. Okay.
I love it. I really do.
Yeah,
Thank
everything's
you,
going
Source.
really
Yes.
smooth. Yes. Well, let's cover this number 2, living in harmony with nature. Okay, now let's take a look at the spiritual connection to nature. Nature serves as a reflection of the divine source and provides opportunities for reconnection and renewal. Engaging with nature helps us rediscover our innate connection to Mother Earth and the divine.
Like I said, get out there and when you first wake up in the mornings, get out there. I like doing it when I first wake up because I'm still connected, and just going out there, being under the stars and connecting with Mother. It's like that oneness. I mean, just looking up and saying, "Oh, I am one with that. I am one with these trees, these crickets, everything you see
And here.
and hear,
And
you
smell.
are part of."
And touch.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the key, guys, like Daphne said, and we've said that since day one. It's one of our main beliefs is, nature is all. Nature is God. You are nature. You are a part of all that, And when you realize that, it's life-changing, okay? When you realize that nature is God, I like how it's brought out here. Nature is that divine manifesting itself for us to learn about the divine, for us to reconnect with the divine, for us to learn and grow how with the divine and reconnect with that,
Renewing.
Renewing, yeah.
When you reconnect and go to changing these things and thoughts and ideas that you have, you're renewing your mindset. You're renewing that connection with what you are, that all that is.
Yeah.
That divine essence.
I like also, Daphne, to go with that
the universal
thought.
laws.
Correct, absolutely. And to go with that, I was going to say that right here, the same section, it says that also connection to the earth. You know, we've gotten away from our connection with Mother Earth. Mm-hmm. So when you start practicing like the grounding techniques and getting out in nature and things like that, guess what? It's going to bring you closer to Mother Earth.
Yes.
You know, let's look at this section here. It says embracing natural rhythms. Now, living in harmony with nature involves embracing the natural rhythms and cycles of the earth. Okay, this means aligning with seasonal changes, honoring natural processes, and respecting the interconnectedness of all living beings. To me, that
love all, harm none.
That's right. To me, that wraps it all up right there. Respecting the interconnectedness of all living beings. Mm-hmm. You cannot get away from it. And because man has went in and tampered with that interconnectedness because they think it's us against them, we're all separate. So they're going to go in and slaughter these animals.
The illusion of separateness.
Destroying all this forest and land and just stripping down Mother Earth and slaughtering more animals and slaughtering humans and each other and treating each other like animals. That's just, how do I say this? It's not hard to see that people are off balance.
You know, with you saying that, I'm going to go here right quick with this, and then let's move on to the next subject. But, you know, the man-made laws. Let's talk about the man-made laws for a second. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the man-made laws is, all right, so, example, say somebody goes out here and kills somebody. Okay, this person goes to prison for a while, and they put them on death row, life, and then man-made law says, okay, I'm going to kill you now because you killed somebody. That just
justice?
Doesn't make sense in that, because you're teaching.
Correct.
You don't do this, but yet you're doing what you say not to do.
Right, right.
Kill, but don't kill.
Right.
No,
life is life. Life is precious, guys.
Exactly. You know, we've got to live under that universal law that makes the changes in everything, not man-made laws, because man-made laws are all contradicting each other.
Right. Absolutely. And here's the challenge, guys. Are bad things going to happen? Absolutely. You can expect it. Will bad things happen to you? Absolutely. Will they happen to your loved ones? Absolutely. You know, and it's what you call bad. You know, are you going to give it the label of bad, or are you just going to accept it for what it is and just roll with it, deal with it, and grow? You know, it's really the meaning that we give to all things.
That's right.
Know? So how can we practice being in harmony with nature? Well, like it says, observe and appreciate the changing seasons and natural cycles. Mm-hmm. Okay. Engage in practices that honor the earth, such as sustainable living and environmental stewardship. I like that. Number 3, incorporate natural elements into your daily life, such as spending time outdoors and connecting with natural landscapes.
Yes.
That's probably the best or the easiest for me, for myself, just to be able to just get out in it. You know, at least daily. You've got to get out anytime you can. Some people want to get out at midnight. Some want to get out first thing in the morning. Some want to get out midday. Some want to get out in the evening.
Anytime is great.
Just get out in nature.
Yes, anytime is great. Go hug that tree. Don't worry about what somebody thinks, what you're doing. You connect. You realize your divinity, your oneness with everything.
And guys, according to Jesus, I'm just saying, and it was either the gospel of the Gospel of Nazarenes or the Gospel of Peace. I can't remember. I get the teachings kind of because they're so in harmony and parallel, but I'm trying to think of which book said what. But Jesus himself talks about how powerful a tree is, that a tree
it's great
has some of the most energy that you can get as a human. Go up and sit underneath a tree. Hug a tree, like Daphne said, lay against a tree, because a tree's root systems goes down into Mother Earth.
Deep into
It is so grounded and so full of energy, okay? So even meditations, guys, go out and sit underneath a tree. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, a tree is, like you said, rooted deep into Mother, but also at that same time reaching out up into
the heavens as well.
The air, which is the spirit form.
Mm-hmm. As above, so below. Yeah.
Yes, connecting with the divine.
Yeah. So
and
you
Mother,
have those elements of earth, the air, fire would be the sun,
Yeah.
But anyway, just keep that in mind. I just thought I was
Yes.
just kind of throw it in there. But, go hug a tree. Get around the trees. These things are energy, guys.
Everything's alive. It's going to know it. And when you hug that tree, I mean, when you transition over to that spiritual form, you may even get to experience that again in your life review.
Feel what the tree felt.
Exactly, because everything is connected.
Yeah, guys, we've heard stories from NDEers that's had experiences and went on the other side. And, and those, those moments that they've reflected back on, experiences in their lives.
A drop of water.
Yeah, even a drop of
A
water was
single
alive.
drop of water is alive.
Trees were happy, or a flower. Or you commented on a flower, how pretty, and it was just, it reacted. I mean,
Yes.
everything's
Oh my
alive.
gosh,
You've got to
yes.
understand that, and it has feelings. Believe it or not,
And we just
it's a
don't-
different way than humans. We can't comprehend it, but everything is alive and has its own feelings as well. Its own consciousness, should I say?
Yeah, think about this for house plants or whatever. You talk to one plant and watch it grow and thrive, and you talk another way in degrading and demeaning that plant, and you're gonna see the life of the words that you speak,
Yeah,
and the death that you put into your
They're alive.
words are
It's
alive.
alive.
And that's why we have to be careful of what we say and think.
And-
Everything is alive, even our thoughts.
yeah, and it's also a perfect example to show what you need to or don't need to be putting into your mind, into your ears, into your psyche, because if it's going to kill a plant, like if you play, I've seen
The different type musics played for
reviews,
different
yeah,
plants, yes.
like classical, beautiful, soft, easy listening music,
Yeah.
and a very vibrant, healthy plant. Whereas they put this dark, heavy kind of
Thrashing music.
yeah, and it killed the plants. So it is energy, guys. It is energy,
Yes.
and plants are alive, and they also sing. What's that little
MIDI
gadget?
device,
Little
yeah,
MIDI
that you can
pod,
buy,
I think it
yeah.
is something like that. Look into it, guys. You can take and clip it onto
A leaf.
a leaf or a plant or
Stem
something. You
or
can
something.
actually hear it sing. So anyway, alrighty. Now this next section, think about this: cultivating a deep relationship with the earth. How many people really have a relationship with Mother Earth? I mean, a relationship. I'm not talking about just living here like a tick or a flea on her,
Right.
just to infest her. But I'm talking about a relationship. Let's see what it says. Developing a deep relationship with the earth involves recognizing its sacredness and treating it with reverence. Mm-hmm. This connection fosters a sense of unity and gratitude for the gifts of nature.
Mm-hmm. Go out there, put your feet on her, connect with her, tell her you love her.
Yeah.
Or tell it you love it. Whatever, if you want to call Earth a him or her, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. Go out there and connect with it. Get your emotions involved with it.
I've always heard, I don't
Mother
know,
Earth.
I've always heard mother.
Yeah, me too.
I've always heard that. Now, when we think of spirit and we refer to Father as spirit, we also have to keep in mind that even Father, spirit, is not really 1,000% completely true, because really spirit is both,
Masculine
mother
and
and father in that regard as well. It's the masculine and feminine. So the spirit would cover all that. But usually the earth, mother, it's usually, seems to me, I don't know, I could be wrong, but it seems it's always been referred to as mother.
Exactly.
So, have that connection with her. Build that relationship with her. Get out and spend as much time with her as you can. Let's look at these steps real quick.
Practice steps.
Number 1, practice steps. Participate in activities that foster a deeper connection with the earth, such as gardening or nature walks. There you go, out in nature. Number 2, practice gratitude for the resources and beauty provided by nature. Number 3, support initiatives and practices that promote environmental sustainability and conservation.
Yeah, you know what? I think of this, how clear and my mind is, and how time just kind of seems to stand still and fly at the same time when I get out and I work in my flower beds, or get out and just, connect with Mother. Just, connecting with nature, with Mother. It's on another level.
Absolutely. Well said. And it's so true. And it's so key. Okay, let's move it on along now. Number 3, benefits of achieving this UDO, or this Christ consciousness. So what can you expect when you are achieving this? Well, There's
Personal
personal
transformation.
transformation, yeah. So achieving this consciousness, okay, this Christ consciousness, or this state of awareness of the oneness that you are, it brings about profound personal transformation. It involves transcending the ego, which is your main key, embracing spiritual virtues, we went over those, and aligning with divine principles and universal laws.
Wow.
This transformation enhances our emotional well-being. It fosters inner peace and deepens our connection to our true selves.
Which is divine because it's spirit form.
That's right. You got it. Enhanced emotional well-being. Now, here's another benefit. Embracing Christ consciousness leads to greater emotional stability and resilience. By embodying qualities such as love, empathy, compassion, forgiveness, we experience a sense of inner harmony and reduced emotional turbulence.
Yep.
Absolutely. How? Well, here's some practical steps for you. Number one, reflect on your emotional responses and identify areas for growth. How do you react when somebody tells you something? Is it constructive or is it negative? Is it ego or is it divine? Well, reflect on that and find out where you need to work on, areas of improvement and where you have to, make balance of things. Number two, practice self-compassion. Okay, self, guys.
Yep.
And forgiveness in your interactions with yourself and others.
Yes.
Number three, cultivate a positive and loving mindset through regular spiritual practices. Another benefit, greater inner peace.
Oh, it's about finding that inner peace that so many of us are searching for.
Right, right. Speaking of inner peace, the next section is greater inner peace as one of the benefits. It says here that Christ consciousness, or UDO, fosters a profound sense of inner peace and contentment. By aligning with divine principles, aka universal laws, and releasing attachment to the ego, the self, we achieve a state of calm and equilibrium that transcends external circumstances.
Right. Go within.
Yes. How do we do that? Well, practice steps. Number one, engage in practices that promote inner peace, such as meditation and mindfulness. Number two, let go of negative thought patterns and attachments that disrupt your sense of peace. Number three, cultivate a daily practice of gratitude and acceptance to maintain inner calm. All right, spiritual fulfillment. Living in alignment with Christ consciousness also brings spiritual fulfillment and a deeper sense of purpose. It involves recognizing our own divine nature and contributing to the greater good through acts of love, compassion, and service.
Right.
Finding purpose and meaning. Achieving Christ consciousness helps us discover our true purpose and meaning in life. By aligning with divine principles, we gain clarity about our unique contributions and our role in the world. Wow. How do we do that? Practice steps. Number one, reflect on your passions, talents, and aspirations. Number two, explore ways to align your life with your spiritual values and purpose. I like that. Number three, engage in meaningful activities and service that contribute to the well-being of others. See, not yourself, but others. Next section, contributing to the greater good. Embracing Christ consciousness, or UDO, inspires us to contribute to the greater good and make a positive impact in the world. This involves using our gifts and resources to support and uplift others, fostering a sense of unity and collective well-being. How do we do this? Practice steps. Number one, identify ways that you can contribute to the well-being of your community and the world. Number two, engage in acts of service and support initiatives that promote positive change. Number three, cultivate a mindset of generosity and compassion in your daily interactions. Man, this is so much value in this. Yeah. Moving on to the next section here. Now, this says living a spiritually aligned life. So how do we do that? Well, let's break this down. Daily practices for spiritual alignment. Living a spiritually aligned life involves integrating spiritual practices and principles into our daily routines. This alignment supports our journey toward oneness, and enhances our connection to the divine source. Creating a spiritual routine. Establishing a daily spiritual routine helps reinforce your commitment to spiritual growth and alignment. Include practices such as meditation, prayer, and reflection in your routine daily to maintain a consistent connection with the divine. Practice steps. How do we do this? Well, number 1, set aside dedicated time each day for spiritual practices. We've talked about these earlier episodes. Number 2, choose practices that resonate with you and support your spiritual goals. Number 3, adjust your routine as needed to accommodate changes and growth. And next section, integrating spiritual practices into your daily life. How do you do this? Well, incorporate spiritual principles into your everyday actions and decisions. By aligning your behavior with divine values, it takes work on your part, you create a harmonious and fulfilling life that reflects your spiritual essence. How? Let's look at the practice steps. Number 1, reflect on how your action aligns with your spiritual values. Okay? Number 2, make conscious choices that support your spiritual growth and well-being. Number 3, seek opportunities to apply spiritual principles in your interactions and endeavors. Embracing the journey. The journey toward reconnecting with the divine source and achieving oneness is ongoing and evolving. Embrace each step of the process with openness and dedication, and trust in the transformative power of spiritual practices and alignment. I like that. Staying open to growth. Remain open to continuous growth and learning on your spiritual journey. Embrace new insights, experiences, and practices that support your development and deepening connection with the divine. How? Well, let's look at some steps. Number 1, stay curious and open to new spiritual teachings and experiences. Number 2, reflect on your growth and progress regularly. And number 3, seek guidance and support from spiritual mentors or communities. Here's another one. Celebrating the progress. Now, acknowledge and celebrate your progress and achievements along the way. Recognize the positive changes in your life and the growth in your connection to the divine source. Practice steps. Number 1, take time to reflect on your spiritual journey and accomplishments. Number 2, express gratitude for the insights and experiences you have gained. Number 3, share your progress and experiences with others to inspire and support their journey. So, there you go. There you go. Anything that sticks out, Miss Daphne, before we move on to our conclusion?
Well, I'm going to say, we've got this becoming aware, realizing our interconnectedness with everything, our connection with the divine essence. Once you're aware of these things, then it's about growth. Because, you think how many of these subheadings was talking about growth, growing spiritually, because everything is spirit.
Yeah.
It comes from spirit, so we are spirit. So it's about that growth and development of.
Yeah.
How many of us have gotten into a point where you're just stuck, you're stagnant, you're not growing, you don't feel that sense of peace, you don't feel the sense of joy that you want to feel in life.
Or growth.
Growth,
that feeling,
exactly.
The sense of growth, yeah.
Right. It's because you've closed off, and it says to be open to new spiritual teachings and experiences. Be curious about it. And that's one thing that a lot of religions teaches. You don't do this. That's demonic. You don't do this. That's worldly. You don't do this. It's whatever. Mm-hmm. That's being closed-minded. You're not open to growing and learning more of what's out there than what is right in front of your face. Be open to growth.
It's true.
Be open to growth. And then reflect on your own growth and progress and celebrate your growth. Celebrate where you are at as you grow, because looking back me now, I'm like, oh my gosh, I really have came so far.
And it makes you feel good when you really acknowledge
in
that.
my evolution of who I'm defining myself to be. And it's like, I just want to jump up and down and scream, yay, it just overflows.
And have that, you guys, you have to have the attitude of gratitude. That's the key to all of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You really have to be grateful for all things. And the more grateful you are and the more gratitude you have, the more it'll be brought to you.
Right. And I really am. I'm so thankful that I have grown past what I was in the past. And it's like amazing.
If you've grown that much in just this short period of time, imagine a lifetime or multiple lifetimes.
Exactly. Yes.
Wow. Okay, looking at the time, let's go ahead and wrap things up. We're going to go ahead and read the conclusion here. It says that reconnecting with the divine source and achieving oneness is a profound and transformative journey.
Yes, it is.
By living in harmony with nature and aligning with universal laws and embracing Christ consciousness, we cultivate a deeper connection to our true selves and the divine. The benefits of this alignment include personal transformation, emotional well-being, spiritual fulfillment, and a sense of purpose. As you continue on your spiritual path, remember that the journey towards oneness is a continuous process of growth and discovery. Embrace each moment with openness and dedication and gratitude, and allow the divine source to guide you towards a life of harmony, love, and fulfillment.
Yay! This is so beautifully put. I'm loving going through these practice steps and how to achieve this mindset of the divine one. The illusion of separateness kind of fades away, and you can live a life of harmony with all things.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
And the benefits just are amazing, from your own personal transformation, spiritual, emotional well-being, that sense of purpose and fulfillment. That's the things that we all strive for. When you get unhappy, you're stuck somewhere in between and you don't know what's going on. So clear the clutter, open the mind back up and the heart, and go to digging and searching and putting new stuff in.
Yeah, I like that. Clear the clutter.
Yeah, clear the clutter.
Clear the clutter. Oh, goodness. Well, I tell you what, guys, let's do a little short recap here. Now, today's episode is about reconnecting with the divine, okay?
That divine essence.
That's right. That
all
oneness.
that is.
That's right. That's all there is. The one, the all. And it's called by different names and titles, of course, But some of the things that really stuck out in my mind is we really have to develop this deep self-awareness and reflection.
Yes.
We really have to put that into practice, and we do that through the means of, mindfulness, meditation, and things like that, like we've been talking about.
All mind.
Now, during these states of meditation, and even throughout the day when you can, but really in these states when you can really focus on it, we want to examine our beliefs, remember, our values and our experiences in relation to the divine, okay?
Yes.
Is your life, when you're meditating and you're in this altered state and you're really calm and you can really focus and you can think and you can communicate with your higher self, okay? Then you can focus on these beliefs like we mentioned earlier. If they serve you, keep them. If they don't, let them go. Thank them and let them go. Say, hey, that's
Use
good.
a stepping stone, yeah.
And just get rid of it. And ask yourself, is this in harmony with my higher good, my greater good, the divine, whatever you want to use to help you grow.
Yes.
Keep that in mind. Okay, now the next key is alignment with the universal laws.
Mm-hmm. Everything in the universe is under these divine laws.
Yeah, you cannot get away from these laws, guys. For example, cause and effect. Reap what you sow. You cannot do something and not get something in return. It is a law. That's why if you do good, guess what? Good comes back. You're planting seeds of good,
That's right.
You get good. If you plant negative or dark or bad, you're going to get negative and dark, bad in return.
That's right.
And number 3, harmony with nature.
Yes.
So that's it, guys. That's pretty much the, what I really got out of this episode. What about you, Daphne? Pretty much,
the same here. I mean, we have to take those masks off, those blinders that have separated us from the divine. Take them off. Open your eyes, open your heart, open your mind and your whole being to your divinity.
Yeah.
To the connection of all things, because we are part of everything that divine included.
Yeah, yeah. And guys, start putting this into practice. I mean, really.
It's so
Don't let it
fulfilling,
just be intellectual,
transformative.
Passive, taking it in. Oh, I'm learning this. Oh, I'm learning this. I'm learning. No. Put it into practice.
Action
Trust
steps.
me. Yeah. It will change your life.
And that has been the purpose of starting this series, because we have learned so much. If you've been following on, listening, if you're not, and you're doing the research out there of the near-death experiences, the spiritually transformative experiences, you have grown and transformed your belief system, I'm sure, in some way.
Yep.
And this series is targeting action practice steps to help you connect with the divine, your awareness, and how to transform your life.
In turn, transform others.
Exactly. Share and spread the light.
Yeah, because once you start learning this stuff and you start getting all excited about it, you can't help but want to share it with others.
Oh, I know. And you know what?
You
I
want
have found
to.
it so much easier to share with others this message of love than
Even
quote
religious-
unquote good news
Yeah.
that's religions teach.
Well, that's
it's
because
easier
the
because
actual
people are
good
more
news,
open.
this is the actual good news that was snuffed out, Daphne.
Yes, exactly.
The good news,
Exactly.
the good news, even of the Bible, the good news is that you are God. You are one with the all, and
You
the
are that
kingdom is
divine
within.
essence.
You are the divine. And Yeshua is your big brother. He's one of us. He taught us how to do
All
that.
the masters.
Yeah.
No matter where you are in your location.
Yeah.
All
so
those
many
masters.
masters have all achieved this, this level of consciousness.
The oneness.
Yeah. And that is the gospel. That is the truth. That is the real
Yes.
message that was covered up by the church and hidden, that no, you're a sinner, you're worthless, God's way out there. But that's okay. We've got a mediator, we've got a middleman, and you can go through us. And but like we said, that's a story for a different episode. So
Yeah.
but anyway, it's a matter of learning that oneness, and that's what these masters taught.
Right.
Is realizing the divinity within. So
Right.
very good. Well, guys, don't forget to go to the website, NDE.world, and we'll see you guys over there. There's so much cool stuff that you can learn from and really grow spiritually on this walk. Again, that address is
NDE.world.
awesome, guys. We love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. May peace be with you all. Until next time.
Y'all let your light shine.
Hello, you beautiful souls. Don't forget to visit the website, NDE.world. That is
NDE.world.